Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever ember wanders near.
So which one? The Air Force one's hilarious? Okay, we'll do the Air Force one. That one's a little bit longer anyway, so I'm good with doing that versus the other one. Yeah. We'll do the Air Force one. Well, we will. All right, so let's take a look at Ingrid Cops' story about an Air Force base that has a serious problem. All right, let's take a look.
The United States Air Force, known to be the most intelligent of all the branches, and definitely the least tactical. Least tactical? Why do you bring that up? Well, because there's a video that's going around about the Air Force security forces, their version of MPs, kind of, responding to an incident with what some might say would be the worst tactical mindset anyone has ever seen since Officer Doofy.
Field reporter hard story.
Wait. Wait a second. Okay. We got Homeboy rolling up with his firearm already drawn in a single-handed grip. And you've got Hong going up behind him, just strolling along right behind him. Well, okay, number one, what's the call? Why does he already have his firearm drawn? And if he thinks that there's a security risk strong enough to necessitate drawing his sidearm, why is her sidearm not drawn? Like, already 5 seconds in, what the fuck am I looking at? And yeah, I was waiting to get into the female security forces individual in that respect, but I'm waiting to find out more.
I'd say would be the worst tactical mindset anyone has ever seen since Officer Doofy.
Field reporter hard story.
Special Officer Doofy.
But before we break down the horrible tactics, first, a word from this video's sponsor, PDS Debt. If you think that paying the minimum balance due on your credit card debt, so small minimum monthly payments, are going to get you out of debt, you're dead wrong. You'll be paying off $5,000 for the rest of your natural-born life. So cut what you owe on credit cards, personal debt, and medical bills.
Tell you what might actually have an issue with Rich's advice here about going to PDS Debt because of paying the monthly minimums. We might have a conflict of interest of two of our favorite people.
With PDSDebt.com's free 30-second assessment at PDSDebt.com/angry. PDS Debt can help you regain control, lower your monthly payment, and get you started without any impact on your credit score. PDS Debt has already helped hundreds of thousands of people cut what they owe and get out of debt faster. And it all starts with a quick 30-second assessment, and they'll tell you exactly what you can reduce every month. Stop spending hundreds of dollars every month to stay stuck to credit cards. You can change your story in just 30 seconds. Get your free personalized assessment at PDSDebt.com/angry. That's PDSDebt.com/angry. PDSDebt.com/angry. All right, we're back. Let's talk about how we got here, right? What led up to the horrible tactics that we see today? We're going to go to Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, where the security forces received a call of a domestic incident. Now, at this moment, we don't know whether or not that domestic incident included some actionable violence that you could go in and clear a home for, or if it was people arguing. And to err on the side of the airmen, let's say that it is a violent domestic where somebody's calling 911 because they're being physically assaulted. Well, that's where this video picks up with this young airman and his female partner about to enter and then entering the dwelling of the address that they received this 911 domestic incident call for. And while we're here at the very beginning of this situation that's been recorded and posted to the internet, let's talk about these opening couple frames, shall we? Before we even get to the front door, the two airmen walk down the driveway. Now, let me just add this in here. If you go to a 911 call or any call where there's the potential for violence and you feel it necessary to pull out your firearm, what you might not want to do is hold on to it like it's a bag of groceries.
Yeah, thank you, Rich. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, really going to get into this, but it's more than that. If you're going up, if you're approaching an address where you've received a 911 call and you feel there's a reasonable threat there that you need to draw your firearm, why are you just not only holding it like your purse, why are you just strolling up to the door? Why aren't you trying to be tactical and trying to like come in quickly with your firearm at a low ready or at a close tack, holding it at a close tactical, which I believe Rich is probably going to demonstrate. Like, we're seeing such a dichotomy of approaches here. This guy who's half-assed going, I think there might be trouble, I better pull my gun, and you got his female partner who is just beep-it-op-it-boop-booping up the fucking driveway with no firearm. If the call came in to a degree of, okay, we have this guy, the one half of this domestic has a knife, then you would be coming in and like out of sight, trying to basically like be tactical in your approach with weapons drawn at the low ready. Not to mention, I would assume that you would want to show up with more than 2 people. If there's a domestic where there is a weapon involved and there's a threat, why are you only showing up with 2 people, and why are you strolling up to the fucking front door? You don't even need to draw it at the door. If you are receiving reports, if any police officer receives a report of a domestic where weapons are actively involved, it is perfectly understandable for when the police officers to arrive on scene to draw their firearms and approach in a tactical manner to the home and basically verbally demand that all parties basically come out or all parties become visible with their hands showing to show that there are no weapons. That is a perfectly legitimate and reasonable expectation of any law enforcement, be they civilian or military, to make an approach as such. 2 more are coming up in the waiter. Well, I noticed that up here, and I was like wondering because I did not see lights. Now, granted, the video quality could be throwing me. I was not sure if this was a second unit that had pulled up. If it is a second unit, okay, and that throws a whole nother monkey wrench to it. If this is a second unit and they're going on a domestic where there may be weapons involved, hence why this airman has his weapon drawn, why are they not waiting for their backup to link up with him and then all 4 of them approach in a tactical manner? Because yes, while your job as law enforcement is to try and protect people's lives, health, and safety as well as property, there is also a matter of officer safety. And so if you have more units available on site, you move up as a tactical unit, or you can have 1 unit moving towards the front door and 1 unit moving towards the back door. Again, we're seeing all forms of fucking wrong here, regardless of how this was going to play out in the first place, regardless of how the call came in. Either the call came in as a domestic, or if there's a call that came in as domestic with weapons, then, the tactics are wrong for either way they do this.
Bag of groceries, okay? This isn't some 1980s movie, all right, Mel Gibson? Training.
And it looked like, hold up.
Okay?
Hold
this
up,
isn't some
look here.
1980s movie.
It looks like he's putting his firearm away here. This looks like the movement like he's reholstering his firearm. So why were you walking up with your firearm drawn in the first place if before you even reach the front door, you're holstering your weapon? This doesn't make any sense. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever what this airman is doing. He's switching hands. No, he's not switching hands. He had his firearm in his right hand. And this looks like the action of him reholstering the weapon. Now, maybe he's not. Maybe he's doing something else entirely because the video cuts off here. Maybe Rich will explain. Maybe we'll get another angle, like a front door angle perhaps. But
All right, Mel Gibson? Training pistol, YouTube. This is a training pistol. Piece of plastic, it's blue. The days of people responding to violent situations with their gun drawn, pointed down at the ground so they can go, freeze are gone. Having your
Yes.
pistol down at your side waving around while you're walking is almost as useful as just keeping it in the holster. So that way, at least when you draw, it's at hip level, you can push out and then fire as you go up. And for those of you who might say, but AC, what do you know about firearm training with a pistol? Your drill sergeant, you do rifles. Well, okay, that might be true. We do. And I did come up training with the M9 Beretta. But your boy is still currently a firearms instructor, qualified to teach in the state of New York, and has had several police academies under his belt. So yeah, I don't teach my trainees to hold their pistol like this. I teach them the Sewell position. All right, which is where the weapon's pointed down, almost at a 45-degree angle, in a manner so that you're not flagging the people around you, or walking all around with it like you're the queen of the drag show. Breathe. Now I say airman because I don't know who or what rank this airman is.
Wait.
Because on his exterior garment there is.
Okay, hold up. I need to back this up. Hang on.
Breathe. Now I.
Okay, so he didn't. So what the fuck was he doing earlier where he brought his arm way the fuck back up in what looked like a holster? He still got the weapon out. He still has his weapon out. So why the hell was he bringing his arm way the fuck up on his right side? What was the purpose of that? That was like the actions of replacing it in the holster. Yet he's obviously still got it unholstered. And his partner still does not have her weapon drawn. So why does he have his weapon drawn? Why? What is the reason for this?
Now I say airman because I don't know who or what rank this airman is, because on his exterior garment there is no rank or name tape. Is it?
Wait, did she just now draw her weapon? Hold up. Did she? So only when she gets up to the door. It's only when they get up to the door that this individual, I'm trying to cut down on you know what type of commentary. So only when they arrive at the door is she drawing her weapon, and look at the way she draws this weapon. She's like, "Huh?" He looks back at her. She has a "huh" look, and then blades up and draws her weapon way the fuck out to the back. Like, again, if this is a scenario where you need to draw your firearm, tactics have gone right the fuck out the window. Wait, why the fuck out the window here with tactics? His eyes are off the door. Guess what? The threat is over here. The potential threat is this way. Why are you looking and watching your partner sloppily drawing her firearm when your eyes should be on where the potential threat is coming from? And then she's sloppily drawing this firearm.
Your garment, there is no rank or name.
Like, that was a shit draw. That was an absolute shit. It's a shit draw because she's holding the fucking door open. Oh my god. This is all forms of fucking wrong. Like, I'm tisming fucking hard on this one. Oh my god. Like, the way that they should have done, if this was a scenario where weapons should be drawn, number one, as soon as, if they received information that would have led them to believe that there was a credible threat, that they should meet, that the drawing of the firearms was warranted. The firearms should have been drawn from the very beginning. It should have had it in the sole position like Rich was talking about. At bare minimum, it should have been at a low ready position. At bare minimum. This woman still hasn't even drawn her firearm until you're already in the danger zone. They are in the fucking danger zone right now. Okay? They're like, what should have happened here is he should have been at the door, because you gotta make contact, okay? You gotta make contact somehow, all right? And so like for this airman, I will forgive with this airman about being present at the door because it's a glass door. Now, granted, could he have knocked on the screen door? Sure, possibly. He could have knocked on the screen door. It still puts him in the front of it. like, if you wanted to go really tactical, the two of them should have been off to the side of the door, and then this airman, like, knocks on the jamb of the door and has someone come to the door. However, it's, we don't know how the call came in. Maybe it's a scenario where, he is, like, he is bladed off to the jamb of the door. He's not, he's not squared up on the door. I'll give him credit for that. He is bladed off to the jamb. But if there's an issue where weapons need to be drawn, she should be off to the side here. Or she should be back behind here. Although ideally it should be off to the side here at the front. It's just the tactics here are out. Tactics are out the fucking window. And yes, she does look out of shape. Yes, she does look rather out of shape to be a security force personnel.
No rank or name tape. Is that what we do in the Air Force now? We just run around with our name and our rank on our chest? I'll excuse the no headgear because they're going into a potentially dangerous area and they want to get on scene and not try to get the hat on like some weird state trooper. But good Lord, we don't even know how to have the proper uniform on? Name tape? No rank?
Yeah.
Trash. Which brings me to point number 2, your fat little female friend over there. Hey there, chubby bunny. If your battle buddy's got his firearm pulled out and you're going to a domestic call where there's potential for violence, you might want to do the same thing.
Yes.
All right. And this lackadaisical behavior doesn't stop. It continues all the way to the front door, to the front camera, where he opens up the door with the firearm still pointed at the ground and not pointed at the potential threat that is behind the door. If the environment you're going into qualifies the amount of force to be potentially lethal, you might want to keep your eyes and firearm posted on the threat.
Yes.
Or the area where the potential threat could come from.
Thank you.
Oh, look, there's a door which could be opened at any moment with a dude with a firearm behind it that could shoot me in the face. I better have my freaking pistol way out here behind me, flapping in the wind. Now, I did say if you're going to have your firearm flailing around by your side, you might as well just keep that thing in the holster. Well, that's exactly what his partner did when they get up to the door where the threat's supposed to be. Hey, Airman, if your battle buddy's firearm is out, you should probably...
Wait, hold on.
To the door where the threat's supposed to be. Hey, Airman...
Hold up. What is this fucking grip? What is this fucking grip this woman has on her firearm? Okay, good. Because right now I'm questioning, number one, how the hell is she holding this fire? I was good. That's where I was going next. It looks like she switches hands. I was about to point that out. The way she's doing this draw, it looks like she switches fucking hands. So she draws with her left, and after it, like, the weapon is being worn on the left side, she draws and transitions to her other hand after the draw. What the fuck? The belt is not set up for her, then she should not be wearing that fucking belt. This is insane. This is fucking horrible. If shit went down, she would drop that firearm. If shots were fired in the middle of her doing this draw and changeover, she would lose the firearm. She would, 100%, she would panic and lose her grip on that firearm, and that firearm would hit the ground. Like, chest rifle mags, but no rifle. I'm guessing they probably have a rifle, in the vehicle, and this may be standard gear for them to basically wear LBV with rifle mags. That may be just the standard uniform.
If your battle buddy's firearm is out, you should probably grab yours. Thank God he's got the wherewithal to turn his head behind him and say, "Hey, you should probably get your pistol out."
What? The fact that he had to look back at her and tell her, "Take your fucking gun out, you dumbass," means he had to take his eyes off where the potential threat was coming from. How the fuck did she make it through basic? How the fuck did she make it through AIT as an SF? Like, how? This is fucking basic. This is absolutely basic policy and procedure right now. Like, yes, I know. Fucking DEI. Fuck the DEI. I thought that DEI was supposed to get out of the military. I thought that Pete Hegseth was supposed to get rid of the DEI in the military. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing the DEI got rid of in the fucking Air Force at Andrews. I'm not seeing that, and I am pissed.
Okay. To which this buffoonish burrito fumbles with her firearm in a way that I can only describe as flirting for hurting. Now, this female's gonna need some firearms training. And for those of you who may not understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to demonstrate for you why. You see, this female draws from the left side, right? Now, if you're gonna draw from the left side, your secondary hand would go around the front of your fingers here and push forward out. So that way your dominant thumb up here sits on top of your other non-dominant thumb. That way, this slide of the firearm that goes backwards when you shoot it doesn't clip anything that's back here, which could also potentially cause...
He called it, hang on.
Clip any...
Yeah, he called it slide bite. I've also heard it referred to as railroad. That basically you get railroad tracks as opposed to a slide bite. I've heard both.
Thing that's back here, which could also potentially cause a misfire, a failure to extract. So, let's say that I had my thumb up here a little high where it's not supposed to be.
Well, that would hurt.
It would prevent the slide from going backwards. And it would prevent the firearm from ejecting
it would hurt like
around.
hell.
A used casing would be in there. So the second time I pull the trigger, click, click, nothing would happen. I'd have to rack it and then push back out to make sure that I cleared that jam. Well, guess what femme fatale does? She pulls out her firearm with her left hand and then takes her right hand, you ready for this? And stacks it on
she does the
top
crossover.
of her other hand.
Oh, God, the crossover. Oh, yeah. This is one of the things that basically gets, beaten out of you, metaphorically speaking, when you go through any kind of firearms training. This gets metaphorically beaten out of you right away, because it is a common mistake when you are brand new to firearms. Okay, when you are brand new to firearms handling, it is very common that your natural grip is you're going to cross your thumbs, because it's kind of like, if you've never handled a firearm before, it's kind of a natural way for your hands to lie when you're gripping something. Okay, so, but that gets metaphorically beaten out of you the first day you go through firearms training. And you basically, your firearms instructor teaches you the proper grip, which is what Rich was telling you about. And the slide will not properly work. You're actually gonna fuck up your hand. Like if you do a cross thumb grip behind the slide and you pull the trigger, that slide is going to slam into your hands. In her case, because she's clearly completely inexperienced, I question whether or not she should be in this position or not. She fires that gun, the slide is going to tear her thumbs apart, she's going to scream and drop her firearm. Okay, it's going to be more than just a slide bite or a railroad. It's going to tear up her fucking thumb. She's going to scream in pain, and she will drop the firearm, because that is what I would expect the natural reaction to be. Did I take a training course? Yes, I did. I've taken training courses for multiple firearms. So yeah, I kind of know what the fuck I'm talking about. That would be the end result of her holding a firearm with a crossed thumb across the back like that. If you hold the slide still, the slide doesn't move. Yeah, it depends on, granted, if she's holding the weapon very tightly with the thumbs behind the slide, yes, the slide will not action whatsoever. Given how she's behaving, I don't even trust her to have a proper tight grip on the firearm. I'm thinking the grip on her firearm is probably going to be loose. So the slide will action to a degree, slice up her thumbs, she's going to scream and drop her weapon. That is what I would expect based on what I've been seeing thus far with her firearm handling skills.
And like this. Tell me, when were you taught this up pistol grip
Yes.
in the Air Force. Once again, okay, the left hand is so far correct. And then the right hand, whoop, goes over top of
hold up.
out her
Hold up.
firearm with her left hand, and then
I don't even agree that her left hand is correct. I would disagree with Rich that I don't even think her fucking left hand is correct. Look at her finger. Her finger looks like it's no. Granted, this could be bad video footage. We're seeing something else. Like, I'm seeing this right here. I do not know what the fuck this is. I do not know what the fuck this is. And the way she was, I don't even want to classify it as indexing because she looked, exactly, she looks like she cannot decide which hand she wants to hold it with. You think that's that's what I was wondering. Is she only holding onto it with her pinky and with her well, not the ring finger. There's like, this might be her middle finger. So it almost looks like she's holding onto it with her pinky and her ring finger and maybe her thumb. And she's got like maybe the forefinger running the slide and then the middle finger like sticking out like it's fucking T-tie or something. I don't know, but it's damn sure not a proper index. That I can assure you. This is in no way, shape, or form a proper indexing of a firearm.
And then the right hand, whoop, goes over top of it so that you've just got a single shot Derringer there. And honestly, that's probably the best thing for somebody who doesn't know how to handle a firearm is you just get one shot and then hopefully you can beat him to death. Because if you're firing more...
Oh, it's even worse. I just saw something even worse. Hold up. Oh, it's even worse. Look at it, the bars in the way here. She's not only got the crossed thumbs, she's literally riding the back of the slide with her left thumb. Look at her left thumb. Her left thumb is literally riding up the entire back of the slide. In its entirety. You can see she's sticking her thumb up here, and that's going up the entire back of the slide. It's even fucking worse than I thought. Yeah, like if she was to fire that weapon, that thumb is done. That thumb is shattered. No, not shattered, but she's definitely breaking her thumb if she fires her weapon.
Because if you're firing more than one, I guarantee you're probably going to strike your battle buddy in the back of the head. Oh, and by the way, female, you've got your firearm drawn and it's pointed down at the ground. You're going to be entering an area. Maybe you don't stare down at your buddy's feet the entire time and keep your eyes focused above you
Oh my
on the
God.
potential threat. Because it's no good looking down where your partner's feet are when you're going into a building with the potential for deadly force. Where is their supervisor when you need him? Yes. What's that? Right behind him? Let's continue.
Oh, God. Dopey. No firearm out. This is a scenario that supposedly requires two airmen to have their firearms drawn, and this looks like it's a lieutenant. This is a lieutenant walking on up casual, no firearm out, when your other two airmen have their firearms out. And none here. What the fuck? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing, Air Force? Seriously. I don't even know if the hand's on the holster.
Let's continue to watch. Oh, what do you know? Lieutenant shows up with some headgear. Thank God. Of course, her beret looks like...
And then hold up.
Lieutenant shows up with some headgear.
See, this one is drawing his firearm. This airman's drawing his firearm. Again, because if we're in a situation where the firearm needs to draw, he's only drawing it right now. He's literally drawing it as he's coming around. So he is literally in mid-draw. He probably was about 3 steps back, just started to draw his firearm about 3 steps back.
Here, thank God. Of course, her beret looks like a prolapsed anus, but, well, at least we're getting there to professionalism. And she's got backup of somebody else, potentially the senior NCO or non-commissioned officer, the sergeant of the shift, closely behind her. And guess what happens again? The female lieutenant doesn't have her firearm out at a time when there could be potential
Oh
deadly
my
force.
God.
And the NCO, possibly, whatever airman is, behind her has his firearm out.
Oh my God. Look at this truck. Yeah, he literally flagged the CO. Walks up, draws his firearm, and points it at the fucking CO. No, it's not pointed down. He literally, that's the barrel. It's literally pointed at the CO's fucking head right now. What the actual fuck am I looking at here? This is like this is fucking Keystone Cops. Yeah, he's 100% older. He's got his hand down here. He's stuffing something into his pocket here as he's walking up. Both of them were stuffing something into their pockets as they were coming out. He's still doing it while he's drawing his firearm and flagging his CO. Like,
Has his firearm out. So
what the fuck?
What the is going on with the threat levels on this post? What, does every female airman just have an armed bodyguard so they don't have to do shit? The firefight goes off? Are they just so inept at a potential threat that they're just like, well, maybe I can talk to the bullets and that'll stop them? Or are these guys all juiced up on roids like, I gotta pull my firearm out in every instance I can? And once again, just doodling with the firearm down by the side so that it takes me extra long to...
I'm actually a little surprised that Rich was not losing his shit the way he flagged her like that. I'm thinking Rich didn't actually catch that moment where this potential NCO drew his firearm and then pointed it to let him cook. Okay, I hope to God he caught that.
Come up when a threat surprises me. Listen, ready for this? Ah, bad guy. Oh shit, pow. As opposed to, threat, pow, 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 pow. Bad guy.
Yes.
Oh. Pow, 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 pow. Oh. Now let's go back to them.
Thank you, Rich, for blurring that out. So far, I'm still able to post this on YouTube. So thank you, Rich, for blurring that out.
Walking up the driveway, right? Number Tweedledee and Tweedledum, 1 and 2. Walking up, guy's got his firearm out. You think that if it's a potential for deadly force, because you've got your firearm out, right? You got your pistol out. You think you'd be moving.
Yes, MPs, or in this case, SF, which is Security Force for the Air Force. Yes, they are basically police. So MPs, SF, whatever the denomination is for the branch in the military, they function as police officers on base. They are law enforcement. So yes, they just like police officers can quote unquote raid a house. This is not necessarily a raid. This is basically, they're doing entry into a house for reported domestic disturbance. So yes, this would be a house on base, and it would be base housing. So this would be the house for a member of the military.
Faster than a brisk walk, wouldn't ya? But I bet your female companion's happy that you're going a little slower because she's fat. Ah, here comes the rest of them behind her, the lieutenant and the I don't know guy, just walking up like, oh, what we doing? Is there a thing? Is something going on? Were we called to this place? Oh my God, no he didn't. No he didn't.
He caught it.
Oh my God. No he didn't.
He caught it.
Pull it out and just like whip it around like an idiot. What the is that?
There we go.
I just saw
There
it.
we go.
Oh, I'm upset. I'm upset.
Yes,
Okay.
good.
So, big guy going down the
Yes.
driveway. Oh, I'm pissed
God,
off
yes,
now.
give it to me, Rich.
Decides to unholster his pistol, and then you know what he does here? Regrips
No,
it
I
in
do
the
not.
air. Like with John Wayne. And then I said, all right, cool, I'm just going to walk with this thing now. What the is that?
Yes.
These people have zero weapons discipline. Get them off
Correct.
the streets. Take away their firearm.
Yep.
They're retarded. I
Yes.
still can't believe it. Womp, womp. Oh.
Yep. And like when he flailed around, he literally flagged the CO. Like when he did that, when he said that whip around, She was in a position where she was in front of him, and his gun barrel, the barrel for his pistol, actually flagged the scene. Oh, it was pointed directly out.
Oh, I would fight you. I would fight you so
Yes.
hard. Oh, cool guy's got a cool beard, but he doesn't know how to work his pistol. Oh my God. The senior NCO is coming out in me. All right, I can tell by his hand placement, he's got his fingers across the firearm like this. I don't know why you got your hands across your firearm like this, filling it with your body like that. Just doodly it while you're walking around and then slamming it in your holster. I got no idea why you're doing this. Just around with your pistol. Holy demote.
Yes!
Demote. What a
No, not demote. Fucking chapter. Fucking chapter. And either that or you are off the beat and you're going in remedial training and you are not doing your job until you pass severe remedial training. Like, huh? My personal opinion, chapter, get someone else in there that actually knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, forget the demo. Chapter them the fuck out. Get them out of there. Get someone in there that actually knows how to facilitate proper weapons, firearm discipline. Yes, chapter means bye-bye. Chapter 100% means bye-bye. You're gone.
Arrogant little slide. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Oh, I'm so mad. And then the rest of the video is just about like walking around like a group of ducks, just following one another like a bunch of just doodly walking over to the next house. You want to know why?
Oh my God.
To the next house? Because they entered the wrong home.
What? They went to the wrong fucking house? Okay, hang on. No, wait. Here, okay. Did they fuck up the address or did their dispatch? That's a question I need answered. Because if dispatch gave them the wrong address and they showed up to the right address and it was the wrong house and dispatch called and said, oh, yeah, it's actually this. Or did dispatch give them the right house and they went to the wrong address? Yeah, I'm sure Rich is going to answer that. I'm sure he will answer that.
That's right. This entire video is at the wrong address that they were supposed to respond to. That's right. The home they were supposed to respond to was down the street. They responded to the wrong address with the wrong...
So it's not even like it was next door. It was down the street. By chapter, every fucking one of them. All four of them. Chapter them up. Get rid of them. Every fucking one of them. Get rid of them. No, I don't think the LT told them that it was the wrong place. I'm gonna hazard a guess that they got in there and they went, oh, dispatch, is this going on here? And dispatch confirmed the address and they went, oh, we fucked up. Every one of them, get them out. Chapter 13, every fucking one of them, boot them the fuck out. Bring in people that actually know what they're doing. If they fuck up that bad, that 4 of them could not figure out the right address, all 4 of them need to fucking go. Because that can get someone killed. That can get someone killed. And yes, you could put them through remedial training and like, okay, you know, we'll put you through remedial training because obviously you need retraining. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with the DEI bullshit in our military. I'm done with the letting the fucking retards in the military, fucking around on base and potentially getting people killed. Fucking chapter them out. Chapter all 4 of them out and get 4 more people in there that actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Amount of threat, all up and stupid. And then, while potentially another bad incident was happening over here, they were like, oh shit, let me just ka-chink, and walk on over to that one. So let me get this straight. Originally, the incident was so severe and potentially dangerous that you drew your firearms out horribly in an unsafe
Exactly.
and absolutely ridiculous manner that was never
And
taught to
what- and
anybody,
yet-
to include drawing it out and putting your hand behind the slide so that you've got a one-shot derringer of a semi-automatic pistol and bling, bling, blingity, bling, 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 east side, west side.
And yet
You're
when they go to the
firing
right
up from your
address-
hip before you go up to it. But once we find out it's the wrong house, well,
Neander.
that threat's no longer there, and we can.
Look at him. Look at them strolling. Like, this guy still has his firearm out, but they're
Well, that
literally
threat's no
just
longer there.
strolling.
We can just walk over to it with our firearms, holstered.
We get zero sense of urgency whatsoever. They literally were just strolling, bopping around. Is she laughing? I don't
We
know.
can just walk over to it with our firearms, holstered.
Can't tell. I can't tell.
So what the was the threat level in the first place? Now, an update to the story is that some of the airmen, I don't know if all of them, but if they were in that video, those 4 dummies were in that video, every single one of them should have been taken off the street and get ready for retraining, and definitely taken out of leadership positions, because you don't know.
See, I'm not as kind as Rich. Not simply just retrain. They obviously can't do the job. I don't think, this is not retraining. Okay, they do not have the proper mindset to be in this position in the first place. All 4 of them. Like, if it was one of them, I can maybe go, okay, you got one Tilwer Jane that, definitely needs to be retrained. All 4 of them, right? All 4 of them means that they were recruited and brought in by a recruiter who was just trying to get their numbers up, and they should have never been in the military in the first place. That's my feeling. Like, all 4 of them, bye-bye. Get people in there that actually know what the fuck they're doing and actually want to be there.
You're in the hole ground. You don't even know proper weapons, discipline, or safety. Jesus Christ, you just. Now the Air Force, like I said, has taken some of them, if not all of them, I hope all of them, and put them on desk duty. They're not doing any of their duties right now where firearms are necessary, and they're not answering calls. They're sitting on their thumb in like an administrative hold. Thank God. And it should be all of them. Shouldn't just be Tweedledee and Tweedledum in the beginning. It should be all 4 of them. No name tape. Idiot. Fat female that doesn't know how to hold a firearm. Idiot. Lieutenant who doesn't know what the fuck's going on or know how to count or see which house number is the right number. Idiot. Big tall dude who doesn't know weapons discipline, acting around like he's Doc Holliday on Tombstone. Yeah, they should all, every single one of them, off, done, idiots. Best way to support the channel is get yourself a shirt. Here's an Angry Cops shirt, fueled by caffeine and hate, with the drill sergeant hat, as I am, in the emblem. I think it's appropriate. I am angry. I am filled with hate at the moment. So there you go. Angry Cop shirts. Wear it so that you can berate the idiots at work around you because you're right and they deserve it. Cheapest way to support the channel, share this with some other friends that would love to see the Air Force look stupid, because this is pretty stupid. And leave a comment. Oh, I would love to know what you think of and see you next time, weirdos.
He's going to go drink now.
Officer Doofy, reporting for duty. Or walking all around with it like you're some sort of fairy.
Holy crap. That was fucking insane. Like, oh my God. I share in Rich's rage viewing that. Absolutely, I do.